Hello, my name is Kirioth, and we've got some lovely 40k models to look at. Some brand new stuff. Stuff started to leak sort of about 12 to 10 hours ago, which was Sly Marbo, a new Lord of Contagion or Death Guard character, and I wanted to jump on that. I wanted to get in on it. As soon as I read it this morning, I was like, I'm gonna do something, because I want to talk about this stuff, because this stuff looks good. And I thought, no, I shall wait. I shall wait, because the Warhammer community team is all over this stuff, and if we wait just a little bit longer, we'll get proper, decent resolution images, and we can take a proper look at this stuff. Lo and behold, that's exactly what's happened, so I'm glad I held off now. So, the first couple of things that we have to look at, and yes, you did hear me correctly, I did say Sly Marbo, which we will obviously take a look at in a moment, but we'll cover the other stuff first. We'll cover the other stuff first. You've got to build up, you've got to pace yourself, let the anticipation grow. So, Primaris Lieutenants, we've got a couple of new ones. We have a Blood Angels and a Dark Angels Lieutenant, and I like this. I genuinely do like this. Finally, we get some proper iconography on Primaris for something that isn't Ultramarines. It looks to me like Blood Angels. If anything, I would have liked to have seen it be a bit fancier, because the Blood Angels do like their armour fancy. Maybe not nipple armour fancy, but maybe a little bit more. I now can't think of any word other than fancy, so I'm going to stop saying it. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Recognisably Blood Angels, I do like that one. I have to say, I think the Dark Angels one is even better. You look at that, it cannot be anything else. I look at that and I immediately, even if it wasn't in green and bone, I would look at that and go, that is either Dark Angels or Dark Angels' successor. I think they've done a decent job for both. I will say that the Dark Angels one is a little bit better in my opinion. And I'm just overall happy, because we're actually starting to see the Primaris get a bit of personality. They're starting to get their actual chapters stamped on them a bit. They're not just all the same armour looking the same. Just the blandness is starting to slowly melt away, which is exactly what I want, because I like Primaris and I want them to actually look like they fit in the world, not just look like dudes in vaguely Space Marine power armour. That's not what we want. More Blood Angel stuff, more Dark Angel stuff. Make it more customisable, make it more interesting. That's where they're going with it. So, I'm happy with it. Definitely Dark Angels are better though. We also have images for the snap fit stuff for the Aggressors and the Redempted Dreadnought. And I will say, I think the poses on these dudes look pretty good. Now that we've got a proper clear image of it, I think they've done a decent job with that. There's a little bit of ambiguity as to what these two are actually doing. I mean, I can see a purposeful walk forwards in that dude. Preparing to bring a flame around for incineration, I can sort of see that. That suffers from the same issue as that Primaris that I believe is reaching for his pistol on his belt from the Dark Imperium set. It just doesn't really look like he's doing anything except stand there, which I'm not a big fan of in terms of poses that are supposed to belong on the battlefield, but they're not bad. They're not bad. They're not anywhere near as static or stiff as some of the other kits have been. Speaking of which, oh dear. Look, I mean, this thing is 12 pieces. That's all it is. That is crazy good. That they've managed to get it down to 12 pieces. I applaud them for that. That is fantastic. It's going to be easy for people to put together. Nice one, lads. You nailed it. On the other hand, it just looks like it doesn't even look like it's active to me. It just doesn't look like it's actually being used. It looks like it's been powered down and it's just standing there waiting for maintenance. It's exactly the same issue that the Contemptor from Betrayal at Calth had. There's no life there. It doesn't look dynamic or like it's moving. It just looks like a static statue, which I don't like. I don't like that kind of posing. Hopefully there'll be ways to sort that out. You could actually turn the Contemptor from Betrayal at Calth into quite a decent looking dreadnought if you're prepared to do a bit of cutting around the legs. I don't see any reason really why you wouldn't be able to do the same thing with this one. It'll be a bit of extra work, but it's going to be a bit cheaper than the normal one, and it's going to be easier to put together. So, swings and roundabouts. I think for a 12-piece model, that is not bad. That is not bad at all. I just wish it could be have a bit more movement to it, but you can do that yourself. No. We're gonna do Sly last. We're gonna do Sly Marbo last. So the other things that we have are the Myphitic Blight Hauler, which again, this is what have I done that for? is an easy build one. I mean, to be honest, I really don't have any sort of issue with that model specifically being snap fit or whatever. you know, if it brings the price down, in fact, the price it's here somewhere. Nope, it's that one. It's this one. As we can see, if we put our glasses on, and when I say our, I mean me and my. Good grief, I'm so blind. 15 quid. I mean, come on. 15 quid for that. That's not bad. That is not bad. I'm more than satisfied with that. You're not going to get a huge amount of variation or poses out of something with that kind of design anyway, realistically. I mean, aside from different weapons options, what are you going to do with that? That's just what it is. That's just what it looks like. So 15 quid, that's not bad. That is not bad. I think they've done a decent job there. And we also have this chap, which, I want to see if I can actually get his name right. It's bloody. Where is he? Oh, it just says a Lord of Contagion. I didn't realise that. He has got a name. It's like Lord Felthius or something. Is it on this one? Yeah, Lord Felthius. There we go. Okay, so this is why I didn't cover this earlier, because I'm not. What's the point in showing you that? Show you this instead. You can properly get a decent feel for this. In fact, magnify slightly. I actually quite like these. And the price for these, I believe, if we have a quick look at that image again, is £25. So let's just zoom in slightly. £25 is that €32.50. I'm assuming if you're in Australia, it's going to cost you at least a liver, probably both kidneys as well. It's like 50. Is that like 55 Australian dollars, or that's 65? Whatever it is, you're in for a bad time. But you already knew that because it's a Warhammer 40k model. So I feel it sucks, but 25 quid for these guys. Again, easy build, but that's a 4-man squad. 25 quid. The models are nice. They're nicely detailed. I actually don't think there's too much going on with these. I think they're not quite as bad as some of the other Death Guard models for kind of busyness. And they are still a bit busy, but for me, there's not too much going on the front of them. There isn't too much detail. There isn't a huge amount catching your eye on like the front profile of these guys. They have got like growths and stuff coming out the back and the shoulders, but yeah, I think actually I do prefer the design of these guys a little bit in some ways, just because it's not so in your face. It's not quite as cartoony as some of the other stuff. By the look of it, you get a couple of Blight Lord or Blight Lord equivalents. You also get a massive Bile Spewer. I think that's what that is, and you get the big man himself. Now, I'm not a huge fan of his face. I'll be honest. I don't like the face at all. In fact, but you could easily, scrub that off with a file and stick a helmet in there somehow. I'm sure you could mangle that to your heart's content, or just stick a hood over it, whatever you want. For 25 quid, I don't think that's too bad. Especially if you consider that if you buy a couple of these, they're cheaper than the regular Blight Lord kits and the regular Death Shroud kits, I believe. So you could do a bit of kit bashing, you could do a bit of green stuff work, and you could end up with a couple of decent squads of Terminators there. Yeah, I have to admit, I really do like this chap here with his weird tentacle growths. I think that's a bit unfortunate. I don't know why they painted it that colour, because, I mean, I'm not going to say it, but I just, that's a weird choice. It's just a weird choice for that one. But yeah, overall, not bad, not bad, and I think they're getting the price point pretty much spot on. I mean, 25 quid for models of that detail, 4 of them, especially when you consider that the Myphitic Blight Hauler by itself is 15 quid. Relatively speaking, and obviously, values are skewed as hell when you're talking about Warhammer 40k models, because there's no rhyme or reason to, well, there is, but I just don't agree with it. The way they're priced is kind of all over the place. I don't think that's bad value. I think you could do enough with those that it'd be worth you picking up a couple of boxes if you had a Death Guard army, because you could probably mess about with them enough to make them unique and make a couple of squads out of them. So, or at least one big squad and a couple of characters. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Got a bit of Age of Sigmar stuff down the bottom. Obviously, you've got to have more Stormcast all the time, every time, no matter what happens. Finally, the man himself. the man himself, Sly Marbo, makes a return. Just seemingly... Can we just take a moment? I'll put him back on the screen in a sec, don't worry. Don't worry, you'll get to see the glorious chiselled nonsense that is this model. But I'm loving the random nature of how some of these models are coming about. It's literally like someone at Games Workshop went, Should we do a model? Should we do a new model for Sly Marbo? And someone's gone, Why? Why would we do that? And they've just gone, just for the crack, really. Just for the sake of it. Just for poos and laughs. Should we just do it? Should we just make one? People will like it. And then the other person's gone, well, it's going to come out of nowhere. No one's going to really understand why we've done it, but I like the way you think. Let's do it. Let's just put a new Sly Marbo model out. I mean, I don't know why they've decided. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I'm absolutely not complaining because look at the guy. That's genuinely, I think that is a fantastic sculpt. It's so over the top. It is the most 80s action movie hero thing I've ever seen. But I love it for that. It's just look at it. It's glorious. It's so good. It is so good. And it's not just him. This is the crazy thing. It's not just him. It's rules as well. So they've suddenly just gone, screw it. Let's do Sly Marbo. That'll be fun. Carry on, lads. Carry on. So yeah, he is back, and he's back, and you're going to get rules for him. Mental, crazy, and I think it comes with a little poster as well. In fact, there was where is the article? There we go. There's the prices at least. I mean, nice and clear. Available 23rd December, 15 quid, 20 euros, 150. That's Danish kroner, isn't it? Swedish kroner, whatever that is. And oh my God, Australia, I'm so sorry. Oh, New Zealand, you poor bastards. That's horrendous. Man, that sucks. I mean, I knew it was bad. Obviously, but seeing 45 New Zealand dollars for that, I mean, it's a good model, but holy crap. Oh, you guys, that sucks. I feel bad for you. Can we start a GoFundMe for New Zealand or something? Lowering import tax or whatever the hell's causing that. Ludicrous. Anyway, look, I'm all on board for this. Absolutely loving the return of Sly Marbo. Quality model, quality pose. It's so good. It genuinely makes me happy just looking at it, and I swear to God, this thing is going to fly off the shelves. People are going to go crazy for this. They will. I can't think of anyone I know who plays this game who wouldn't look at that, and even if they're not like a Catachan fan or an Imperial Guard fan, they're still going to go for it because look at that. Crazy good. So good. You know what, I'm not even going to cut back to me, I'm just going to leave them on the screen. That is the some of the new stuff that is on the way. I'm liking most of it. Redemptor Dreadnought's a little bit disappointing in its staticness. Myphitic Blight Hauler is actually a pleasant surprise at 15 quid. And Sly Marbo is Sly Marbo, so you're going to buy it anyway, so who cares? Thank you very much for watching. If you want to watch something else, you can. You click all the things, like the video if you liked it, all of that nonsense, and there's various others like subscribe, Patreon, all of that crap. Click it if you want, it's entirely up to you, and I will see you for the next video.